All right, guys. Sorry, I am having a lot of technical difficulties tonight. So apparently it doesn't want me to go through the presentation. So I'll kind of just do it with it open. There's just a couple things I need to tell you. So this animation here, super helpful. So we're going to click on this and it will kind of walk you through like where water is, what it means when it changes forms, how it's moving. And it'll give you a lot of information about the water cycle that you need to complete that front part of your notes. The other thing as you go, if it's kind of small, but again, really helpful, is right here is this water cycle quiz. Click that and that will take you to a really nice review. Again, this stuff is all things that I'm assuming that you've learned in the past: condensation, precipitation, evaporation, infiltration. So you can kind of run yourself through that quiz. If there's things that you're like, I'm not getting this, that's when you want to email me or let me know what things you want to review and go over. So make sure that you're taking a little time out for that. Then this is awesome video. This is a NASA video on the water cycle and how we study water from space. You guys know I love space. So yeah, just like a really cool blend there. If you want to torture somebody in your household by playing the water cycle song, I could not resist. It's here. I'm not going to press play. My kids were like screaming at me when I was just inserting the clip there. All right, and then you have a review game here. This is the same review game that's also linked in the actual, like your list of daily things to do. And this is, so you'll hit play and something will come up here. I'll show you. So like infiltration. So then you would go to where infiltration is happening and you click the little blue, that was loud, little blue button, and it'll show if it's right or if it's wrong. So like now we're on condensation, and like yes, condensation is taking place here, but this is where the blue button is. So you would hit it there. So just kind of a fun little review thing. What we would have done in class is I actually have these like poster kind of things that we would have laid out on the table and we would play matching and move the terms around. But this is a really nice, whatever option. And then there's your completed water cycle if you need help filling in your diagram. Then we're moving to the carbon cycle. Water cycle, I kind of didn't put a whole lot in there for you because I feel like that was more of a review. But the carbon cycle, you do have a little, it's a baby article. It's really little here. Read that because it really helps to explain the cycles in the carbon cycle. As there's some notes here for you about the actual carbon cycle and how things move. I kind of want to jump down. Sorry. I put lots of links in here for you. But really simply, the carbon cycle is the simplest of the three nutrient cycles beyond water. They all have a very, very similar kind of basis that everything is about nutrients transferring through the system, and nutrients are going to move by either things dying and decomposing, things releasing gases into the air, like photosynthesis releases oxygen, respiration releases carbon dioxide, and then also that consumers will eat to get nutrients. So we're going to have plants that a lot of times will pull nutrients up for us. Animals will eat the plants. Something else eats the animal. Everything dies eventually and then gets decomposed. So in a nutshell, everything's about pooping and dying. And that is how we kind of recycle and renew our nutrients. So more specifically with the carbon cycle, again, make sure you read the article. We breathe out carbon dioxide, plants take carbon dioxide in. That's kind of the most common part of the carbon cycle that we're used to. So we call those biologic processes because those are things that are necessary for life. Remember, bio means life. So photosynthesis, you have the plants taking in carbon dioxide, giving off oxygen. Cellular respiration is what you're doing. You are breathing in oxygen, you're breathing out carbon dioxide. And then we talked about decomposition with eutrophication. And decomposition actually takes oxygen in and also releases carbon dioxide. So as things decompose, they're releasing carbon dioxide. And that was part of the issue in the Biosphere 2 project which you should have watched on Monday, they had all of this extra decaying plant matter laying around, and they were trying to hide it in the basement and all kinds of stuff, but it still was giving off these huge amounts of carbon dioxide that they could not control. So decomposition is like a part of the process that we sometimes forget about. Geochemical processes release carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Remember that geo means earth. So these would be things like erosion, mining, anything where you're like digging up and stirring up the earth. And then that carbon that's been locked in rocks for millions of years is now coming to the surface. Volcanic activity, volcanoes spew out a lot of carbon dioxide along with other gases. Then we have mixed biogeochemical processes. Say that 10 times fast. And this is where we are burning fossil fuels. We have this burial and decomposition of dead organisms. It's under lots and lots and lots of pressure over thousands and thousands and millions of years, becomes fossil fuels. Then how we affect the carbon cycle. So there is this very natural carbon cycle. We have organisms breathing, plants doing photosynthesis, everybody's pooping and dying, nutrients are being recycled, and it's kind of this happy little system. And then we come along and we kind of tweak and add extra things in to a very natural system. So we, by mining, by cutting down and burning trees, by burning fossil fuels, we are now exposing and emitting way more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So we greatly affect the carbon cycle, and we can throw that cycle very much off balance. Obviously, we need carbon dioxide in our atmosphere to keep us warm, but we are seeing that we're putting too much of that in our atmosphere, and we're getting too warm. So 2 things. This is a little animation here that will walk you through the carbon cycle. You click on it, take you to an article, and then just click on the video. Another review game, just like the water cycle, very similar thing. And then here is the filled in chart to kind of help you fill in your notes. So we have carbon dioxide in the atmosphere that's taken in by plants. Animals eat the plants. Bigger animals eat the animal that ate the plants. Everybody poops and dies. Decomposition of that. Eventually, that could become coal and petroleum after a very long time in the ground. We burn the wood, we burn the fossil fuels, and put extra carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This here is a crash course. The link's not here. I'm learning crash course. I like it a lot because it lets me like kind of cut down some videos. But in your Schoology folder, week number 7 is this crash course Edpuzzle. This is your checkout for the day. So this is your review. Watch it. There's 6 questions that you need to answer, and that is it for today. There's no quizzes. There's nothing else that you need to submit. So your only thing under submit is your crash course for Schoology, and you will see that here. And then here's your crash course. I'm not sure how things link in Schoology. I've been trying to add these links. I don't know if they work or not. If anybody wants to help me out, let me know. That would be great. But if not, you should actually go into Schoology, and then it's your water and carbon dioxide Edpuzzle. So that's where you'll be checking out. And then on Thursday, we'll be picking it up with phosphorus and nitrogen, and I will talk to you more about those later. Have a great day. And again, please let me know if you have any questions or if you need anything, if you're feeling like you would want more help, if you guys are feeling like you really would benefit from some more office hours, just let me know that. I will see you guys later. Bye.